Okay, welcome everybody. So today we are starting with food, something which we all like. And in India, there has been sales of some business units of restaurants from one company, from one large company to another, and typically they have been in the premium casual dining space because that is where there is a huge expectation for rising demand. That is because of the rising disposable income and the lifestyle of the people itself is becoming better and better, and there is more urge for quality from consumers. So that is on the restaurant space. And the purchases of the restaurants have been one has been homegrown Indian brand, and the remaining three have been franchise of global brands. On the online transaction aspect, so we find that process, it is a Netherlands company, and interestingly they have sold their global payments organization, that is to a London startup. And typically this payment organization, it was having its business in parts of the world outside India. So because of this sale, the money what they have received, that they want to invest more in India. So because of the immense potential they see in the country. And typically they are catering to about already they are catering to about f- 450,000 merchants, and about 2 million credit customers. So in the future they want to increase this further, and the revenue is very good in terms of about 300 and close to 400 million dollars from India. And the year on year growth has been about 40%, so which is definitely commendable and enticing. So that is on the payment side. And if we see the electronic vehicle side, so there has been Foxconn. They already have about 500 million dollars in some states of India invested. So they are planning to double up that investment. And typically for the manufacture of the electronic vehicles, so they want to have a three-seat electronic vehicle that is focused on corporate delivery fleet. So they are seeing whether India or Thailand should be the place for manufacturing. But most likely India would emerge as the winner because they want to have the manufacturing setup in a place where the market is. So there is a huge sales potential in India, definitely Thailand as well, but in India it's because of the volume. So that is, so they have given a that is the driver, and they have given a letter of intent for this investment potential. On the solar panels, it's very interesting because Reliance, uh, I never thought like Reliance is so much invested in solar panels. I was thinking Adani Group definitely is, but Reliance, they have very strong expertise in solar panel and solar panel technology, and in long duration battery storage technologies. And this is a joint statement given by Reliance and an asset management company. So they, with this expertise, they are planning to uh, manufacture renewable energy and decarbonization equipments in Australia. So Reliance, major Indian conglomerate, news about some overseas operation which is likely in talks. On, there is an interesting thing about the edtech. So uh, what the test preparation unit of major edtech startup. So they are planning to raise about 200 to 250 million dollars. So first what they have done is they have gone and approached the early investor in their startup. And the investor has given a commitment for about 80 to 90 million dollars. I won't say a commitment, but there are talks on that. So overall, the uh, this what test preparation unit was bought for about $1 billion in both cash and stocks. So and the revenue itself is about $50 million every year for this unit. So there is a fresh capital which is being sought now, and talks are in progress. On the soft drinks, there is a very interesting uh, statistics here, because it shows that the number of households consuming soft drinks in India has increased year on year, and also the quantity what they have consuming. For example, on average, it's 6.5 previous year, and current year it's showing about in 7 liters. So that is also increasing, and in 1 year, the number of times a customer goes to purchase soft drinks. So that is also statistics are available for that, and that has increased from pre-pandemic time, that is 5.5 times, to post-pandemic time now, about 6.5 times. So it is actually becoming an habit now to go and purchase soft drinks. And typically the growth has been in the larger unit segment, because one thing is customers, they are becoming very cost conscious, and they are more value driven. And in terms of the situation itself, it is also there are several on premises gatherings, so those demands have increased. So if you see on a from a base level comparison, those are the areas which are really showing growth. So on the GST side, definitely there is a all-time high of about 1.6 lakh crore of GST amount that is being collected in July, and these are for transactions which happened in June. And typically the if you find the GST, the central GST, that has in July, that has risen about 15%, and the state level GST, that has gone up by about 150%. And if you find the interstate movement related GST, that has increased by around 8%. So overall, it has been seen that there is a good increase in transactions related to domestic areas. So that is on the, and if you see Indian GST story, it is quite observant that it is being spoken in a way that the administrative cost is decreasing on a day to day basis, whereas the revenue from GST is increasing. So I think GST is one of the modern infrastructure for tax in India, and that is something very interesting to note. On the purchasing side, the S&P's globals India based manufacturing for manufacturing area, the purchasing managers index, that has been very firm and driven by the new orders in July, and that is expansion in employment. So this is very good news. Typically the points shown are about 57.7 in July, and in June it was 57.8. And typically 50 point mark of the index, so that separates a contraction and an expansion. So because 57 is way ahead of 50, so it is an expansion mode. And in terms of the new orders, it is very interesting that apart from developed countries based new orders, India is also receiving new orders from neighboring countries like Bangladesh and Nepal. That is very interesting aspect as well. On the petroleum side, the prices have been the demand for petrol has been increasing, and for diesel, it has been decreasing because of the widespread rains and floods, and that has caused some hamper in mobility and farm activity. But petrol demand has been increasing because of personal vehicle demands, and also on the jet fuel side, there has been an increase in demand, both year on year and on a month on month level. The other one is on the 2000 rupee notes. As of July 2023, they are being withdrawn with full effect, and it is said that about 90% of these notes, they are back with the Reserve Bank of India, and remaining 10% are still in circulation. And out of what has been uh, brought back to the Reserve Bank of India, about 87% of them, they have returned as deposits. So this has increased the withdrawal of these 2000 rupee notes, has increased the bank deposits. The remaining 13%, they were exchanged. So that means 2000 rupee notes were given and some other denominations have been taken in exchange from the banks. On the cloud front, there is interesting developments happening, tie-ups. So that is how cloud is tying up or facilitating the artificial intelligence solutions, and this tie-ups are for the natural language processing area of AI. On the So we spoke about the 2000 rupee notes withdrawal, and that withdrawal has hampered the demand for gold to some extent. So overall, and the gold prices from INR, Indian rupee perspective, is very high at the moment. So there has been a decline in gold demand. So, from the car sales, however, for the car sales perspective ahead of the festive season, there is an increase in sales generally for cars, and some of the manufacturers like Toyota, they are even considering a three shift operation in order to fulfill these demands. So, yesterday, news updates we were seeing about the overdue of capital expenditure in the corporate sector, and because of the overutilization of the facilities. So this is a good example of that. So and the largest car maker of the country, they are typically growing on the back of new product launches. So that is something which is driving the market as well. So that's it for today, and I hope you had a good time learning about the news. And in terms of our thinking, again, in terms for a better world for all of us, I think it is very important to be positive uh, in what we are doing, and send positive thoughts in whatever we are doing, whether be it we are walking or we are talking or we're just sitting idle. Send those positive thoughts and good wishes, and you will find that your time is being used more productively and more constructively and more organized. uh, so stay tuned, and see you tomorrow. Thank you.